Good morning, my dear students. Welcome back to SST classes. In the last lesson, we were discussing about monsoon type of climate of India. Means we were discussing about Indian monsoon. In that, we discussed that what do we actually mean by monsoon. Along with that, which are the different kind of basic elements related with the Indian climate. And along with that, we also discussed that Indian climate is affected by the pressure system, under which we discussed about southern oscillation and El Nino. And in the last, we discussed about ENSO, El Nino Southern Oscillation. So after discussing all these kind of things, here we are going to discuss about the Indian seasons. Mean to say that, as in the last video, we discussed that we call Indian climate as monsoon type of climate. So what is the actual reason behind that? The reason is Indian climate experience change of seasons, and along with change of season, it also experience change in the direction of wind system. So in this way, we can say that Indian climate, or we can say that Indian monsoon experience change of seasons. So about that seasons we are going to discuss here. Means we can say that with a system, India experienced change of seasons, and that's why we are calling Indian climate as the monsoon type of climate. So here we are going to discuss about the seasons of India. So in this way, if we discuss about the seasons of India, then we can say that there are four major seasons. The first is called weather season. The next one is hot weather season. Along with that, there are two seasons related with rainfall. First is advancing monsoon season, and the last one is retreating monsoon season. Is that clear, guys? So generally in India, we are having four type of seasons: the cold weather season, hot weather season, advancing monsoon season, and along with that retreating monsoon season. So first of all, here we are going to discuss about the cold weather season in India. Means which kind of which kind of temperature conditions and atmospheric pressure condition we find during the cold weather season in India. So if we talk about India, then India, the cold weather season start from November. And end in Feb. So we can say that the cold weather season in India extended from November to February. Is that clear, guys? So the time period for cold weather season in India is from November to Feb. During this season, in most of the part of the country, we experience low temperature. Mean to say that the effect of cold weather season in throughout the country is variable. Mean to say that the southern part of the country which have a moderate effect of sea, means the southern part of the country is covered by water from three sides, and in this way this southern part of the country or the peninsula part of the country have moderate effect of sea. So in this way, in this part generally comparatively high temperature is present during the cold weather season. So if we move from southern side towards the northern side, then we will find a decrease of temperature. So mean to say that during the cold weather season in India, there is a decrease in temperature find from southern side to northern side. Mean to say that as we move from South India to North India, then continuously we will notice decrease in temperature. The areas situated near the sea coast have moderate temperature during the cold weather season. For example, Chennai have a moderate temperature during cold weather season, which is generally 24 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius. On the other hand, if we talk about North India, then in North India the temperature varies from 10 to 15 degrees Celsius, and frost is common here. Means we can say that during the day we find 10 to 15 degrees Celsius temperature here, and in the night sometime 0 degrees Celsius or even in minus. So in this way frost is common here. Is that clear, guys? Along with that, at the time of winter season, northeast trade winds prevail in India. Means at this time the northern part of the country is prevailed by northeast trade winds, and in this way these winds blow from land part and they remain dry. At this time, means in the cold weather season in India, sometime we notice western cyclonic disturbances. Means we can say that India noticed western cyclonic disturbances during the cold weather season, which affect the northwestern and northern part of the country. And these western cyclonic disturbances are generally caused by the pressure conditions caused in the Mediterranean Sea. Means we can say that all these kind of western cyclonic disturbances are caused by the western flow of the winds start blowing from Mediterranean Sea. And because of these western cyclonic disturbances, the northwestern and northern part of the country receive rainfall. It's a small amount of rainfall is received by the northwestern and northern part of the country, which is locally called as Mawat, which is generally called as boon for Rabi. This Mawat is called as boon for Rabi. So what is Mawat? Mawat means the rainfall caused by western cyclonic disturbances in the north and northwestern part of the country are locally known as Mawat. So what do we mean by Mawat? Mawat means the rainfall occurs due to the western cyclonic disturbances. Is that clear, guys? So these are the major features related with cold weather season. Now after the end of cold weather season, the next season starts in India, which is called as hot weather season. So the next season is weather season. Now, which are the major characteristics related with the hot weather season? Generally in India, hot weather season start from March and end till May. Mean to say that from March to May in India we find hot weather season or summer season. Is that clear, guys? During this time we generally noticed high temperature from southern side towards the northern side. Means in the beginning of this season, means in the beginning of March, generally we find 38 degrees Celsius temperature in the peninsula part of the country. But after that, as we move towards the northern side, means we can say that if we move towards the northern and northwestern side of the peninsula region, then with the passing of time or with the change of month, we find increase in temperature in the northwestern part of the country, especially in the Thar desert. And here the temperature rise till 42 degrees Celsius. Means the Thar desert and the middle plain part of the country, notice the temperature increase till 42 degrees Celsius during the hot weather season. Is that clear, guys? At this time, means at the time of hot weather season in India, a situation of low pressure has been created on the Thar desert area. Means we can say that the middle part of the country is prevailed by the low pressure trough, and in this way here the winds, hot winds blow, which are known as loop. Hence hot, stormy and gusty winds blow during the summer season or blow during the hot weather season in the desert part or in the middle part of the country is known as loop. Is that clear, guys? So what do we mean by loop? Hot, stormy and gusty wind that blow during the hot weather season. And these winds, means we can say that the direct facing of these winds can be dangerous. It can even cause death for a person. Along with that, in this season, sometimes we find dust storms. These dust storms generally provide a brief relief in the hot temperature. Along with that, sometimes they also cause a small amount of rainfall. So small amount of rainfall is caused by the winds or the dusty storms during the hot weather season, and these dusty storms, or we can say that these storms will generally come along with thunderstorms, thunderclaps, are called as Kal Baisakhi. Means the Kal, or we can say the devastation caused during the Baisakh month. So the thunderstorms, or we can say that the storms that took place during the hot weather season are referred with different names in different parts of the country. In the West Bengal, means in this part of the country, they are called as Kal Baisakhi, means devastating part of Baisakh month. So in this way they are referred as Kal Baisakhi. So what do we actually mean by Kal Baisakhi? Kal Baisakhi means the thunderstorms that took place in West Bengal during the hot weather season. Is that clear, guys? Now the next point is, because of the pressure situations created, or we can say that because of the change in the pressure situation created during the hot weather seasons, the coastal area of the country, means the southern part of the country, receive pre-monsoon showers, and these pre-monsoon showers especially useful for ripening of mangoes, in the region of Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, and that's why here they are called as mango showers. Is that clear, guys? So in this way, these are the different kind of things related with hot weather season in India. Now after that, the next season is advancing monsoon season. Mean to say that the pressure conditions and the wind prevalent during the hot weather season create a way for the next season, which is advancing monsoon season. The next point is advancing monsoon season. So as we discussed that during the summer season, means after the end of the cold weather season, with the start of the hot weather season, the temperature situations and pressure conditions start to change, and with the beginning of the advancing monsoon season, means with the end of the May month, the northwestern part of the country receive high temperature, means due to the northward movement of the sun, the northwestern part of the country, especially the desert part, receive high temperature, and due to the presence of high temperature in this part, we find low pressure. Means high temperature creates low pressure in the northwestern part of the country, and on the other hand, in the Indian Ocean, means in the southern Indian Ocean, we find high pressure, and in this way the winds start to blow from the Indian Ocean towards the Indian land, and they blow in southwesterly direction, and finally enters in India from southern part. And after entering in India, they strike with the slopes of Western Ghat. This is Western Ghat. So when the monsoon winds enters in India, means from southwestern direction, the monsoon winds or the winds blow over the sea. These winds blow over a region which generally having a temperature of 30 degrees Celsius. Winds are blowing over the sea, so it means they will contain a lot of moisture, and in this way these winds enter in India from southwestern direction, and after entering in India, due to strike with the Western Ghats, they got divided in two parts. The first part moved along with the Western Ghat, means western slope of the Western Ghat, and the other part moved parallel to the Eastern Ghat, Bay of Bengal, and finally reached to the northeastern part of the country. In this way, monsoon enters in India from the first week of June. And when the monsoon enters in India, then the monsoon winds strike with the western slopes of Western Ghat and cause a lot of rainfall there. On the other hand, means this is the windward side. The western side is the windward side of the monsoon. On the other hand, the eastern side, which is the leeward side or right side of India, receives comparatively low rainfall. And this Arabian Sea branch advanced parallel to the western slopes and finally reach in Bombay till 10th of June. Till 10th of June. And after that, the Bay of Bengal branch also reached in the northeastern part of the country, and in this way caused rainfall in the northeastern states of India. Means the eastern states of India received a large amount of rainfall due to a barrier created by the lofty hills of Himalaya. Means this region of India receive a high rainfall due to the lofty hills create a barrier in the way of Bay of Bengal branch of monsoon. After that, these monsoon winds move towards the western side and enters in the Ganga plains and create a large amount of rainfall near the Tarai region of Himalaya. On the other hand, the Arabian Sea branch move towards the northwestern side of the country, and after striking with Aravalli mountain range, they move towards the Himalaya. And the Bay of Bengal branch also move parallel with the Tarai region of Himalaya and finally meet with the Arabian Sea branch near Delhi. In this way, the monsoon showers reach Delhi till 29th of June. And after that, in the first week of July, the regions of Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana receive rainfall. So this is the advancing of monsoon season. We start from the first week of June. Mean to say that this part of India receive rainfall during the first week of June. After that, 5th June, then 15th of June, and this part till 29th of June. This part also 1st of June, and this part till 5th of June. Okay, so 1st of June, 5th of June, 15th of June, after that 29th of June. In the same manner here, 1st of June and this part till 5th of June. Is that clear, guys? Along with all these kind of things related with advancing monsoon season, we have some other features also, which are called breaks in monsoon. So what do we actually mean by breaks in monsoon? Guys, when the advancing process of monsoon takes place in India, that all the regions does not receive continuous rainfall. Means we can say that after having a rainfall for 4 and 5 days, there will be a break, and this kind of break took place because the trough of low pressure will continuously move north and southwards. Is that clear? So because of the moment of low pressure trough, because of the moment of low pressure trough, this the different regions of India receive varied amount of rainfall. Means we can say that after a continuous rainfall, the area will notice a kind of break, and these kind of breaks are referred as breaks in monsoon. Mean to say that because of the moment of the low pressure trough, the monsoon winds will make a moment northward and southward. So in this way we can say that the intensity of monsoon at a particular place depend on this low pressure trough. If this low pressure trough move towards the plains, then the plain area will receive high rainfall, and if this trough will move towards the northern side, means toward the Himalayan mountain range, then it creates comparatively low rainfall in the plain area. On the other hand, high rainfall in the mountain areas of Himalayan mountain range, which can be a reason of devastating flood for the plains. Means this rainfall will increase the amount of rain water in the rivers, and in this way become a reason for flood in the plain areas. Is that clear, guys? So in this way, in this video, we discuss about three major seasons of Rajasthan, and the remaining season we will discuss in the next. Till then, stay at your home, be safe. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Jai Hind.